middleweight title fight, Israel Adesanya, Robert Whitaker. One of those ones we marked on the calendar. It's how many divisions have two clear 1A, 1Bs, like you said? This is one of them. These are special fights when you get the top two guys in the division. Whitaker took the lost his title in Australia a couple years back to Izzy. What does he have to do to pull off the win this time against Izzy?
Honestly, I think just be himself. I felt like the last fight he was fighting with a little bit more emotion than usual. There was just like Australia versus New Zealand battle going on. There was a pressure of fighting in a big stadium. I think he just saw Kelvin Gastelum have that really close fight with Izzy, and I think he tried to mimic that too much. He kept jumping in, and Izzy was just countering a lot. I think he just needs to be himself and just use all his tools, because I think Izzy, he hasn't shown that he could wrestle. He hasn't shown that he could stop a takedown. He's shown that he has amazing hands. Former kickboxer, and dude can kick your head off, as we saw like in his previous fights. But I think Robert Whitaker just needs to put it all together. His striking needs to be patient. He needs to let Izzy come to him instead of him going to Izzy, and use that wrestling. I just think he has a completely different mindset from the first fight to the second fight. Does that factor into it? I mean, I think so. I want to say so. I want to say that Robert Whitaker wins, but it's going to be such a close fight. Izzy he's a beast. He's a beast. I could see this going either way. I'm going to say Robert Whitaker, though.
I'm so torn on both of them, and I really do like both these guys. I think they're two of the most exciting in the sport. They're my two favorite fighters, I would say, just to watch in the middleweight division. You know, there's guys I might pull for over them, but they're as far as the craft goes, they're the two most exciting to watch. I want to do the same thing, and I want to say Whitaker gets it done. I just feel like there's this star power, like aura around Izzy right now. I really wanted to go into deep water. I want to see what happens to these guys if it gets into round 4. I feel like if it gets to that point, it's Whitaker's fight to win at that point. I feel like he doesn't gas. He can push the pace on Izzy. But Izzy's probably going to stay away from any danger, try to tactically attack the legs and keep his distance. If Whitaker can get him to the ground, it'll make an interesting fight.
You know, it goes either way, but, you know, one of my favorite moments in UFC is Kelvin Gastelum versus Izzy, and it's the 5th round. It's tied, and Izzy points down. He's like, I'm willing to die in here. I'm willing to die in here.
Mm-hmm.
And he ends up pulling it out. So I don't know. It's going to be such a close fight, I feel like, but I hope it goes the distance. I hope we get to see like how good these two are, because I truly believe it's 1A, 1B, and I want to see it go 5 rounds.
Yeah, I'll go Izzy. I just feel like there's something about him.